riding superstars, welcome to Dressage Mastery TV. My name is Tash. I'm a Grand Prix dressage rider and this is my Grand Prix dressage horse Arbor. For those of you who don't know me, I am now 18 weeks pregnant and I am recording this a couple of days earlier because I actually have a huge competition this coming up Friday. I'm competing Arbor in the Grand Prix and I actually have a 4-year-old in a special young horse 4-year-old class that they have over here in Australia. So super pumped, super excited. I had to buy bigger breeches and I'm really hoping I can suck in my tummy and not have any buttons pop off. So yeah, we're really looking forward to the competition. So I can't wait to let you guys know how it went next week. So for now, where are we? I wanted to answer a question from Elizabeth, who is a Dressage Mastery Academy member, and she had a super question. She said, how do I get my horse forward without his head lifting or him throwing his head up in the air? And I think that might be a question for a lot of you, or it could be the inverse of that. How do I get my horse to slow down without his head in the air? So you're basically saying, how can you make adjustments to the horse? How can you make him go forward or slow down without the head changing? And that goes into, how do I do a transition without the head changing? And how do I change the rein or do a serpentine without the head changing? I often find when riders finally get a little bit of contact and can ride their horse a little bit through and a little bit on the bit, they're okay unless you change something. But if you ask for a serpentine, you ask for a transition, you ask for a gate or you know a change through the gate, the rider and the horse just lose it for a bit, which is totally normal. If that's where you're at, just yay, you know, celebrate where you're at. But I wanted to give you guys just a couple of minutes help to see if you can think about it a bit differently and then change your riding a little bit. So here we go. Okay, so at the moment Arbor's in the walk and it's just really important that I'm riding him into the contact. So we did contact last week and I talked about contact being outside rein and inside leg and having him on a contact. So there he decided, well, what's that? So my outside reins come on, my inside legs come on, and you see now he's lowered his neck again. The biggest difference, I think, between riders that have their horse more on the bit and riders that don't is some riders wait until the horse's head is all the way up. So if I wait, he's lifted a little bit and he's lifted a little bit more. And now he's completely off the bit looking at the birdie. And then if you wait till that time and then ask him to come round, you know, it takes longer. So I'm working, if I can feel him back off the contact or back off the bit, with a millimetre. If he's backed off a millimetre, if he's lifted his neck and come against me a millimetre, like there, my legs come on and I kick him back into the contact. So if I'm going to ask for a trot transition, if I just ask for a trot transition and do nothing with my hands and go trot, trot, and just kick with my legs, he really does ignore me. So I would never do a trot transition like that. So if you want your horse to stay on the bit and stay on the contact when you change something, you've got to do more half halts and you've got to ride the horse more than when you're just going around in a circle. So now I'm going to prepare. And I always say the success of a transition depends on the success of the preparation before it. So I'm half halt, inside leg, half halt, outside rein, inside leg, half halt, half halt, half halt, he's dropping, half halt, half halt, half halt, half halt, half halt, half halt, connect him to my seat and trot. And then I can get a trot transition that I need. Now, if I want him to go faster, if I just ask him to go faster and do nothing else, his head's lifted. Exactly like Elizabeth said, how do I get my horse to go forward without his head lifting? What it is you need more half halts. You need to work a little bit harder. So now, if I ask for bigger, but I'm using outside rein, inside leg, outside rein, inside leg, outside rein, outside rein, outside rein, outside rein, outside rein, and now collect outside rein, outside rein, outside rein, I've got him. And it's the same with slowing him down. See there, I slowed him down and I didn't have enough leg, so his head came up. You've got to make sure you're riding them forward into a downward. You know, if I'm asking for slowing down, I need more leg. If I ask for a downward transition, I need leg. Good boy. So I trust that helps, Elizabeth. Have fun practicing, and I'll see all of you guys next week, and I can't wait to share with you what I did at Dressage with the Stars. Have a super week, and I'll speak to you guys later. Bye.